Morning, James.
I do.
So you must be in pretty confident mood after another another top drawer strike at the weekend. These games seem to bring the best out in you and your teammates, James. What is it about the European environment that you enjoy so much?
Um, it's the big nights, always under the lights. You come against top teams, top players. It just automatically, brings the best out of you because you always want to compete against the best and show how good you are at that stage. So it brings out the best of us, and to have a game at home, with the fans full Ibrox, it'll be rocking. So these are the games that you can't wait to play.
Hi, James. The manager was saying that at the start of the season, one of the things he sort of challenged the squad to do is go further in Europe this season than you have done previously. How realistic an aim do you think that is for you? In the squad, given what you've already done in the last few years?
Yeah, it's definitely realistic. We need to set targets. We always want to better ourselves of what we do in the previous seasons, and we obviously want to do better this season than we have previously. So it's going to be a tough game tomorrow night, but we look forward to these occasions, and it brings the best out of us. So our plan is obviously trying to get out the group stage and obviously beat our record going further in the Europa.
Hi James. Rangers haven't lost a Europa League group stage game at Ibrox, 5 wins, 4 draws. How important is it that Ibrox becomes a place, or continues to be a place, that opposition clubs don't want to come to? And is that a real source of pride for the players? Is that something you can maybe draw on to spur you on?
Yeah, we want to make Ibrox a fortress. Teams coming to Ibrox, we obviously don't want anybody to take any points away from us. We try and get the maximum points every single game. So, our record speaks for itself. So, we want to have that record there, so teams know it's going to be a tough place to come. And with the fans right behind us, especially this season, they'll get right behind us, and hopefully we can get the points that we need tomorrow to start off the group stage in a good way.
Afternoon, James.
Afternoon.
The club hasn't really had its problems to seek in the defence with COVID, injuries, suspensions. But in terms of the personnel that you've got and how you've been playing, do you feel confident that you'll find the solutions to the cope with the firepower that Lyon are likely to bring to the game?
Yeah, this is one of our strongest squads that we've had since I've been here. You've seen the people that have stepped in during the season with the cases that we've had, and everyone's stepped up and played the part. You've seen Lyon against Celtic playing the right back position, and he came man of the match, and he was instrumental in that game for us. So we've got a squad now we're all competing with each other, trying to be in the starting 11. But if anyone is asked to do a job, the gaffer knows he can rely on them to come and do a job. We know their attacking threat is, it's going to be good. So it's something that defensively as a team we're going to have to be aware of. Be really concentrating during the game and try and nullify their threats, and hopefully we can create chances on the other end and get some goals.
You've won 5 of your last 6 games. Do you still think the team's yet to put in a complete 90 minutes performance and hit their level this season?
We're always capable of putting the performance in for 9 minutes, but a game of football, you're never going to control the game for the full 90 minutes. The opposition will always have spells during the game, but we'll try and minimise that as the best we can. But that's just football. I was speaking to my brother the other day and talking about football games, the games that you always seem to lead, and it always seems to be like the last 5 minutes you're always pinned into your own half and defending, and that's just football the way it is. Teams will have spells, but we'll try and minimise everything we can do and try and control the game.
Hi James, Lyon have confirmed that Moussa Dembele won't be travelling for the game. I think he's got an injury Do you take that as a boost, or would you have quite fancied coming up against them?
You know, they've got other players in the squad that we know bring great quality to their team. You know, we're just looking forward to playing against the full 11. If he's obviously not travelling, but they've got people in his place that can, do a job in that position. So we're going to be fully focused on who we have to mark and who we have to play against when the starting 11 comes on.
Hi James, this is the manager's 50th European game in charge of the club. I know you've obviously been at the club for a bit longer than him, but just what have you made of the evolution of the team in the sort of European stage in his time at the club?
Yeah, the transition's been overwhelming since the gaffer came in. It was obviously in its progress a tiny bit before he came in, but since the gaffers came in, he's transformed the place inside out. His staff, everyone around him, and the club, and the board are really invested in the team, the training ground, and the stadium, and they really transformed this place. To be the Rangers what we know it is. So with them all behind us, getting behind us, giving us all these things, we've got to, show the faith the opposite end and give him the results that he needs.
Just on the back of that, James, Rangers have obviously restored their reputation on the continent over the last few years. Do you feel that you're now a side in a club that teams don't want to draw and don't want to come and face just because of how adept you and how good you are at this level?
Yeah, definitely. We've had previous seasons in the Europa, and we've had teams come out and say that we were really hard to play against, and we want to continue that and improve on that, and just be a really hard team to play against, and a force to be reckoned with. And the only way we can do that is pushing ourselves every single day on the training pitch, and domestically as well, keeping that momentum going and just keep winning games.